Hi, it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe with your weekly wisdom for November 7th through the 14th. I'm pulling cards for each sign. Shamanic oracle cards. Ooh, I feel very steeped in nature and animism, shamanism, really connecting back to our roots and Mother Earth. So I think that would be great for all of us. This coming week, going to be very emotional. No matter where it is that you live in the world, we have so many moon aspects that I'm looking at, squares and trines and sextiles and conjunctions and oppositions. The moon lining up with all of the different planets. So currently, as I'm recording this, the moon is in Cancer, getting ready to move into Leo, then Virgo, Libra, and ending the week in Scorpio. The good news is Mars will go direct on November 13th, won't be completely out of his shadow until January, but we should start to feel like we can move forward. Last week we had Mercury go direct, still in his shadow, but communications are still really wonky. We still have some balancing issues to take care of with communications. And when Mercury moves back into Scorpio, which will be, um, let's see, I don't know if this calendar will point that out. When Mercury moves back into Scorpio, more secrets are going to come out. Okay, so here we have Mercury will go back into Scorpio on November 21st. We have a new moon on November 15th. The new moon is in Sagittarius? Oh no. The new moon is in Scorpio. However, shortly after, moves right into Sagittarius. So it's a very short-lived new moon. And what do I have to say about that? So the new moon is at 12:07 a.m. on November 15th. That's Eastern Standard Time. The moon will go void, of course, at 6:13 a.m. So you can technically, let's go back, from 11:19 a.m. on Friday the 13th until say 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on November 15th. You can do your new moon ceremonies very well. You can wait until that moon moves into Sagittarius. The 16th is a really great day to make new moon wishes. Then we have Capricorn, so that would be about work and money. And anytime after, lunchtime on Tuesday would also be a good time for your manifestation. And then Wednesday looks good. And yeah, so those are your days. And I'm just like, blah, I can't get my words out. And maybe is that Mercury retrograde shadow. Mercury is direct, but it's squaring Saturn. So it's like our voices and our thoughts are restricted, or we got to be really careful about what we're saying. So I didn't pull a crystal card for this week, only because I really feel that rose quartz needs to be our crystal of the week. This will soothe our hearts, bring in love, send out love. We need this more than ever right now. Not making a political post, but for those of you, for my friends and viewers, well, you're all my friends that don't live in the United States, it's been really crazy. And that's why I kind of haven't been on here. I am happy to say that right before I started recording, Joe Biden, the Democrat, the blue team, my team, and I will admit it, was elected president. That's not to say that I feel we're still going to have a really rough week next week. I had predicted that we wouldn't fully know the true outcome until somewhere between the 10th and the 14th, given the fact that, Mars will be going direct on the 13th. Mercury is in Libra, and all of these different moon aspects. We are still waiting for Donald Trump to concede, which I think is going to be a long time waiting. And maybe that's what I was picking up before, is that that's when that would occur. And I remember, I'm going to go back like 6 months or so, when I knew something big was going to happen on November 12th. Now we do have Pluto and Jupiter conjoining, coming together at 22 degrees. And that's a volatile degree, I will say that. So you've got Pluto, and I really need to take a look and see what house that's in. But you have Pluto, which is death, endings, transformation, and rebirth. And you have Jupiter, which is basically a benevolent planet, but does have equal blessings and equal ills, which a lot of people don't understand. That, they think Jupiter's all fun and love and woohoo, we're going to have a party. But Jupiter deals it out equally. Confirmation from the dog. But anyway, they're coming together. Jupiter is about expansion and growth, and like that, let's go off on an adventure. Let's do something new. So that's happening now into next week. This is lining up with the same planetary conjunction that occurred January 12th, right before COVID hit throughout the world. So is that coming full circle? And that situation is shifting and changing? We're going to have to see. But I know big things are happening on the winter solstice this year. And I really, really want to point out and stress, all of us light workers and light walkers and spiritual lovers, a lot of you are losing your minds over what is going on in the world, whether it be the pandemic, the economic situations, the political situations, and a lot of you are straying from your core centeredness. I'm going to have to kill her because she's screwing up my thing. But, energetically, light workers, energetically that everything is exactly how it's supposed to be. And just because one person votes for a particular person, it doesn't mean that I really didn't like either party, to be honest with you. I saw Kamala Harris in office, but you have to pick. And if you're going to vote, not everybody votes, and that's fine too. But I just want us all to come together. I want as many of us, this is why I'm using the rose quartz, I want as many of us to come together and realize and trust in this higher plan. We all need to come together, and somehow maybe we're going to. We'll have to see. We will have to see. So anyway, let me pull cards for each of you. Now you want to look at your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. And I'm just going to pull right from the top. How's that? Okay, so for Aries, interesting. We have the fire card, and that is element of fire. This would be the element of action. And I think come next week, once Mars goes direct in Aries, you will be able to move forward and start to get those projects done that maybe you just haven't been so motivated about. You will be able to start new things. And I feel like new career opportunities, new I'm hearing promotion or just switching. A lot of new adventures are coming up for the Aries sun signs, rising signs, and moons when fire comes. This also could mean that you need to get a little fire under your butt and get things going. Uh, I give you full permission to wait until next weekend if need be. This is also the element of creativity, passion, and romance. So it could be the beginning of those items as well. And this is also asking you to play a little bit more. Taurus, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. You get the hummingbird. And the hummingbird points to our ancestors, it points to the true north. It's asking you to pay attention to the signs, slow down a little bit, and enjoy the sweetness in life. This is also talking about miracles, simply because, the hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backwards, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, you feel free to correct me, but that within itself is a miracle. So I want you to slow down or continue to see the miracles in everyday life. I want us all to put a big focus on what is going right in our lives and not what is going wrong, and really take time out to nurture ourselves. Gemini. All right, we have middle world. So middle world indicates to me that we're kind of, excuse me, lady. Shh. I'm doing my work. Kim's doing her work. Please be quiet. Thank you, good girl. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, if you've been watching me for a while, you know for years my dogs have been my dogs. Anyway, middle world's coming up for Gemini, sun signs, rising signs, and moons. And this kind of says that we're also in a transition. I say we because I am a Gemini. Middle world is saying take the middle of the road. This is also saying you're in between one thing and getting ready to go to another thing. And this is middle world in shamanism is the place where we hold our sacred garden that we can go and visit, and we look and see who and what shows up. So before we go on a journey, we go to middle world, and I look around and I see, who of my family members are there, maybe friends. It's usually people that have passed over. Sometimes like ascended masters show up, which is really weird because when I'm done the journey, I have to look them up and see who some of them are. But I also pay attention to the animal totems that are showing up in the middle world in my garden. I also look around. You could do this. You could, do this visualization. I think you could find it on YouTube, journeying or even guided shamanistic meditation. You look around in middle world and you see how it looks. Are things overgrown in your garden? Have you not tended to things? You look at every single thing that is there, whether it's flowers and plants and rocks and rivers and the sky. You look at everything because all of that is a symbol. So that is what is middle world. To me, this is also saying I got to come back to my center, back to that middle world within myself. Cancers. Oh. All right, so for Cancers, the serpent is coming up, and this is pointing to the south or things that lie below the surface. This is about shedding your skin, shedding an old skin, and preparing for something new to emerge. Now, this also means a time of vulnerability, and because when you take off that old skin, or I should say when the snake does, it has a pink soft underbelly. It's very delicate, so that would be vulnerability. And this is saying it's time for you to shed the old and get ready for something brand new. Okay, Leos, we have the Time Master. And the Time Master speaks to me about time not being linear, time being secular. This is also asking us to live in the present and not in the past, not too much in the future, but really to own the present moment and savor it. And the Time Master also says that you can go back into any time frame and heal that. So, like that's a shamanistic part of shamanistic journeying. But the Time Master is also asking you to be mindful of your time. Don't waste your time. Staying very present. And also, too, he's asking the Leos to take a look at what are you doing with your time all day? Like you need to do something a little more productive. Get up off the sofa and do something. Virgos, the wind. So wind element, that's air element, and that is what is coming in. So currently we have been in an earth-based grounded energy for a very long time, for approximately I don't know, my guides are saying like almost 300 years, like 240 some years. We've been in a very earth-based energy, and now the air energy is coming in. So we're getting a breath of fresh air. That is what wind is representing. It's also asking the Virgos to take a deep breath, breathe, get out and allow the wind to touch your face, to kiss your cheek. And wind also speaks about change that is coming. There's a change in the wind, that saying. I also see a hawk in this picture. It's asking you to have an open mind and see a bigger picture. Don't be so laser focused on the minutia. Okay, so take a deep breath. It'll all be okay. That was Virgo. Okay, so Libra, we have the sweat lodge. And the sweat lodge is where we go to sweat out our impurities, to have a vision quest, to figure out what direction it is that we are going in. There's some uncomfortableness within this, and it is a little bit of a sacrifice. So you could be going through a little bit of an uncomfortable period, and you're sweating out what no longer serves you so that you can emerge from that sweat lodge brand new with a new vision. There is a raven overhead that's asking you to trust in the magic, and I just posted that card the other day. And so, yeah, there's going to be a little bit of uncomfortability, and things are heating up for the Libras as well. Scorpio, Scorpio, and I just pulled this similar card from a different deck. It's Crow. They're from the corvid family, ravens, jays, crows. This is asking you to trust in the magic of what is going on around you. And this is Scorpio season. Happy birthday to the Scorpio sun signs, rising signs, and moons. There is magic abound. And I just want you to embrace that. And also, too, I'm hearing, like one of the characteristics of the crow is they will remember everyone that's been kind to them, and they'll also remember anyone that has not been kind to them. They're very protective of humans that are kind. I've even had crows, because I feed them, I've had them leave me gifts on my car, where when I was working, when I was going to an office. And so, I would bring peanuts for them every single day, And I would come back and there would be a feather, there would be pebbles, little gifts from these crows and ravens. So this is just asking you to be kind, be compassionate during this difficult time. It is an emotional time. Mercury is going to be coming back into your sign. Secrets are going to be revealed. Just trust in the magic that everything that is unfolding is for our highest good. Sagittarius, we have the Holy Mountain. And the Holy Mountain, to me, I'm feeling is a little bit of a retreat before your birthday period, Sagittarians, a little bit of solitude, becoming one with your divine, becoming one with your center. This is also asking that the obstacles that you are seeing in front of you are just a mirage, because you can climb that mountain and you can tackle it. I think that for the Sagittarian suns, risings, and moons, there is a time of quiet contemplation so that you can open up and see that at the top of the mountain is the sunrise. And let's see if I'm seeing anything else. And I feel that this is going to come in sometime around the Capricorn season, with the mountain, the little goat. So we'll see. Capricorns. All right, so you have lower world. All right, and it looks a little ominous. And I know Capricorn suns, risings, and moons are really kind of going through a little bit of a difficult time for the past couple of years. A lot of obstacles, a lot of shifts, a lot of changes. The lower world is about our foundation. It's the bottom, and that is shifting, that is changing. There's new energy coming in on the winter solstice for the Capricorn sun signs, rising signs, and moons. And actually for wherever Capricorn lies in your chart, that's the area that's going to get that breath of fresh air. But this is saying you need to tend to some things that are hidden in the lower world that you haven't revealed. The lower world is where the elementals are, the things that we typically don't see. And it's all earth-based elementals and creatures of mythology. It's also like our rocks and our rivers and everything that is on terra firma, solid ground. This is the area that you are exploring. And it's really what is deep within inside of you that needs to be cleared at this time, so that come your birthday period, when the winds of change blow in, you'll be fresh and ready to go. Aquarius, we have Jaguar, Adorango in shamanism, Mother Jaguar. So she points to the west. She's pointing to what is setting, what is leaving, and also too, Aquarians are getting ready for a big shift because the energies are moving into Aquarius. That is that breath of fresh air, that change that is coming through. But the Mother Jaguar is extremely protective. So this is telling me for Aquarians to put up some boundaries, because you want to protect and preserve your center, what's important to you, what you value as this shift and change is coming. You don't need anybody to disrupt your equilibrium, your calmness and your peace. She's watching, she's waiting to pounce, she's waiting to attack. I don't want Aquarians to be on the defense, but as the energy is shifting, we're coming into a period, I think it's 2 millennia of Aquarius energy. You know, the age of Aquarius, that's what we're moving into. And I feel that a lot of Aquarians could be feeling that, and it could have you overwhelmed. So just protect yourself. You may even have to go into some solitude and, to protect your feelings and your emotions and block off what you're pulling in from the outer world. And then we have Pisces, last but not least, Pisces suns, risings, and moons. And you have the arrow. And the arrow speaks about what direction are you going in. Now is the time for you to really decide like what it is. And I feel like one of the last readings that I had done was asking Pisces to do the same thing. Like you're working, to pay your bills, to make money, but you're not doing what it is that you love. Arrow is also pointing you in the direction of your goals and your creativity. But I'm also hearing that you have to be really careful with your arrow and where you're pointing and aiming it, because I feel as though some Pisces could be taking their crap out on those that they love and seeing the wrong side as their enemy possibly. And I'm hearing poison arrow. So you just really want to watch your emotions. This is an emotional week coming up, but with that being said, stick to your creative side. Think about the things that are really going well in your life and just focus on that, and things will be okay. We're going to ride this wave out. That is all I have for you for this week. I hope you like this video. I hope that I will have the energy to, get back on track with my videos and do more. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Comment me. Let me know. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Check me out on Facebook, Instagram. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Stop the presses. I didn't pull cards for the week, and I wanted to do that. Hold on. Let's just shuffle. I'm going to pull 3 cards for the week. Holy crap. Holy crap. Sorry. Okay. Just 3 random cards. And then I will... Okay. I'm a hot mess. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I typically post these cards on Facebook and Instagram. You can also check me out at expressionsoftheuniverse.com. I think I have 1 reading slot for the month of November open. I will be at Solutions for Daily Living on the 15th, which is the new moon, and on the 28th, which is after Thanksgiving. And then I have a couple of dates in December. Other than that, I'm pretty booked through January. All right, let's get these cards for the week. All right, this one wants to come out, Holy Mountain. So Capricorns, is this Capricorn? No, this was Sagittarius. I'm going to be exploring this card with the astrological energy on Monday for Monday, Tuesday. Okay. These don't spread that easily. Okay. Capricorns, lower world. Now you saw me shuffle these. So I will be exploring this card's energy on Wednesday, Thursday with the astrological aspects. And then let's go for this one. Okay. I think this is going to be perfect to finish out the week. Mars will be going direct. We'll be in the process of a new moon, and it is soul retrieval. And so I will explore this card for Friday and the coming weekend with the astrological aspects. Soul retrieval. So yeah, in shamanism, that's when a shaman goes back while we're journeying and tries to retrieve pieces of our soul that were left behind from a trauma and from some sort of grief, because when we go through grief and trauma and heartbreak and loss, a piece of ourself, a piece of our soul gets left in that place. So the shaman working together with you goes back through time periods and pulls those pieces back together, and they bring them back to you so that you can be whole again. And it's just a wonderful process, especially after it's been done for you. And I've had that done, and actually last December or January, I believe it was. Amazing, 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 amazing. I love shamanism. I love being a practicing shaman. So anyway, with that being said, you can click here to subscribe, check out my other videos, come on back. Hopefully I will be back to my old self very soon. Have a good week, everybody. Take care. Bye.